Be a little frustrated with the start, but Dylan, loss of 4 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 24. Not much in the playbook for this down and distance.
No.
I wonder if they're going to set up, we have not seen it yet, a little tight end screen. That's historically been a pretty good play.
We're going to go timeout here. Coach is going to talk to them, make sure they dial up exactly the right play.
Yeah, we're going to stay with you. 3:10 left to go here in the first half. Plymouth with a 25-7 lead. Again, coming up on halftime, we'll talk about obviously the first half. We're going to talk about next week looking at a absolute powerhouse in Sauhegan that you and I are going to call that game next Saturday. And then we're going to talk about, keys to the game and some of the stuff we're seeing here, which is a lot of good stuff here out of the Bobcats here in the first half.
Yeah, Bobcats are playing great. They're up for this game. They are amped, and as is the coaching staff, as are the fans.
I mean, I'm not very great at estimating crowd, but if you account for the people standing along the concession, people along the hill, there's got to be at least, I don't know, easily 300.
Oh, more.
Yeah, see what I mean?
You are bad at that.
Okay, first time we've seen this look. Dylan Welch in the shotgun. He's going to roll out right. He's looking to throw. He's going to run. Dylan Welch is going to step out of bounds right around the 44-yard line. That was a shotgun formation for the Bobcats, and Dylan Welch was getting ready to throw. Picked up about 13 yards, and Coach Sanborn's going to punt.
I like to play, Ben.
Mixing it up.
Whether he ever intended to throw the ball or not, I'll never know. But he faked it. He looked like he was going to throw it, which the defense had to drop back. So he was able to pick up some good yardage there.
So Parker Eastman doing the punting for the Bobcats. Nossman the snap. Good snap. Eastman. Good punt. And a good bounce. And Hosmer fielded it around the 10 and absolutely stuffed by Nossman. But, I mean, Hosmer, it seemed like it was probably the right play because Plymouth could have downed him inside the 5, and Hosmer just picked it up and knew he was going to get hit around the 10. So heads-up play there by Hosmer.
Yeah, not easy to do when you see 5 guys running at you.
No. So Laconia is going to have to go 90 yards in 2 minutes, 51 seconds here. Again, first half, Plymouth with a 25-7 lead. Sanchez in the offset eye. He's going to hand it over the left side to Hosmer. Hosmer is going to, as it flags down, he's going to pick up about 3 yards. We'll see what the laundry is. Wonder if it's a face mask. It's going to be a hold against Laconia, so that's going to back them up. You knew it was going to be either a hold or a face mask. This time a holding call. As that's going to start them even more back. That's going to bring them inside the 10 or right around the 6-yard line. So Sanchez going to get the call from Coach Cousins. First down, 15 to go, 2:43 left to go in the first half. Sanchez in a offset eye, one wide receiver. That's number 6, Isaiah Sorrell. Hand over the right side. Hosmer's going to try to break it to the outside. Good tackle there by Will Foisey and company. So I don't know if Coach Cousins is going to be too aggressive here, or because if you are and the clock stops, Plymouth's got one timeout.
Yeah, I don't think they want to give the ball back to Plymouth.
So that's going to be 2nd down and 10 now. Second and 10, Sanchez breaks the huddle.
I predict they're going to continue to just run the clock.
You think so? The way they're moving, they're certainly not in any sort of urgency. I wonder if Coach Sanborn will burn his timeout to try to get his hands on the football. Handoff up the middle. Hosmer is met by Matt Cleary, trying to strip the ball. Some hits here. As
Yeah, it's a good heads-up play there by Cleary. You know, strip the ball, get it back.
absolutely. We'll see where the third down and 4. 1:29 left to go.
It'll be third down and 4 for the Sachems.
So Coach Sanborn's going to use his timeout. Some confusion there. We'll stay with you. 1:30 left to go here in the half. Plymouth with a 25-7 lead on the road at Jim Fitzgerald Field here in Laconia, New Hampshire. Good to see the old rivalry back as Plymouth has played a pretty flawless half of football, getting some long touchdowns, and we will go over the recap at halftime. But nice to see the explosiveness finally come out for that Plymouth offense.
They have a beautiful field here, don't they, Ben?
It's unbelievable. And we were talking with the superintendent of schools, Kyla Welch, and I had mentioned that a few times to her, how nice this field is and how beautiful turf is and how easy it is to manage. And she did not want to have any part of that conversation with me. So rightfully so.
Who knows?
You know, Zulius Field is one of the most beautiful fields in the state and is very well kept. So we'll stick with old tried and true for now.
That's right.
Sanchez going to bring the offense out in that shotgun trips. Now, Coach Lamb has 2 guys on Keaton Beck, so that's obviously a factor. Wheel route, cut up the field by Richardson. Richardson's going to have the first down and much more, and a huge hit by Robbie Thorne here in the middle of the field. However, Richardson's going to gain about 20 yards and move the sticks.
I don't think Laconia was expecting to pick up that much yardage on that play.
No, all of a sudden, Coach Cousins has a little bit more pep in his step as the offense is quickly getting to the huddle. Here we go. Sanchez breaking the huddle. Shotgun formation once again. He's going to bring Keaton Beck in motion. Beck over the middle. They're going to try him over the middle. He drops it. Would have been a big gain for Laconia, but Keaton Beck drops the football. It was a good throw.
What a nice throw there by Sanchez.
And they're trying to match Robbie Thorne on Keaton Beck. Robbie's a good-sized kid, but I don't think has ever had any experience in pass coverage as he wears number 68. Not a lot of cover guys wear that number, Mike, but Robbie was in coverage as Keaton Beck is just beside himself after dropping that sure first down and more.
Yeah, we'll
Second down and 10, 1 minute left to go. Sanchez drops back the pass, looks over the left side. Pass is complete, this time to his intended target, and I'm assuming a pretty young kid because he tried to stay in bounds, and that was number 21, Rowan Jones. Sachems with a timeout.
Yeah, Keaton Beck with just the one target, Ben, so far.
And was open. They just streaked him down the middle of the field. And for a big guy, he moves pretty well as he ran right by the defense.
Yeah,
and,
he's long. And I didn't notice that I don't think they had 2 defenders on him on that.
Not on that play. When he
also
up.
went in motion. So
yeah. A little skirmish kind of confused him.
Yeah.
As Laconia is talking things over again. 42 seconds left to go in the half. Laconia has the ball at their own 42-yard line, and I believe Coach Cousins used his final timeout. I could be wrong there. So third down and 4. 42 seconds left to go. Sanchez, snap. High snap. He's just going to huck and hope.
Oh.
Pass is incomplete.
Laconia wants a flag.
I mean,
they probably
Dylan tried to jump the route and ran into the wideout. Coach Cousins is beside himself.
If Dylan just steps in front of that, he walks to the end zone.
And it was a high fluttering pass.
Yeah.
And
it was a high snap right from the beginning, right from the get-go. The play was kind of broken, but Dylan almost grabbed that, ran into the receiver. No laundry on the ground.
I think they maybe deemed it as a 50-50 ball, and I don't know, but we'll take it. As Coach Cousins is going to punt here with 37 seconds. I wonder, Coach Lamb's going to keep the defense on. Good punt. Actually, high fluttering kick. Takes a Plymouth bounce down right around midfield. So with the wind help here, I don't think Coach Sanborn has any timeouts. A couple shots here, Mike. What do you think?
Yeah, a couple shots. Maybe pick up 30, 40 yards, and who knows, maybe kick a field goal to end it.
Ciotti does have the leg to get it in from around 30 yards. So like you said, that's definitely a factor here. Coach Sanborn talking with his assistant coaches first before making this call. So I think they're maybe trying to set up a play, set up a wheel route. That's normally been their bread and butter here. But anyway, a score here before the half would be monstrous for the Bobcats.
Looking to get out of bounds.
And keep in mind, the Bobcats are getting the ball at half as well. So a score here before the half and then getting the ball back could be the start of the coffin build per se. Offense jogs to the huddle, or jogs the line, excuse me. Luke Bassingwaith under center with a two-back set. Dylan Veazey the lone split. Trick play here. Trick play! And Dylan Welch fires a duck at Bassingwaith, and Bassingwaith makes a tackle. It was the old, I didn't know the play call, and they snapped it to Dylan Welch, and Bassingwaith picked up about 20 yards on the catch.
Yeah.
An absolute wounded duck there thrown by Welch, though.
Shout out to my old football coach, Tim Tyler from Thornton Central School, who used to run a similar play.
And Bassingwaith a little shaken up after the play, but it's going to stop the clock out of bounds. 21 seconds left to go. As Bassingwaith is going to break the huddle. And they were setting up a pass, but Coach Cousins uses his last timeout.
Timeout is called by the Sachems.
As kind of gives Coach Sanborn an opportunity to talk things over and for Luke to kind of shake off that little lingering leg injury. They probably practiced that play a couple times in practice and were able to execute it for a gain of about 20 yards.
It fooled me, Ben. I thought Bassingwaith was running off the field.
Now, I will tell you this story. Speaking of Tim Tyler, I was reffing the Thornton Campton Flag football game, which is like my least favorite thing to do, talking about getting screamed at by everyone. And they executed the play similar. However, my counterpart that was reffing blew the whistle right as the play was happening because someone had a flag off, one of the linemen, and Thornton executed it to perfection, and we're going to get a touchdown. The play was rolled dead. Let's just say our boss, who happened to be the assistant coach, did everything he could not to fire him right on the spot. As Bassingwaith, after the timeout, breaks the huddle. Two-back set, one lone receiver, Dylan Veazey. Bassingwaith, rolling right, looking right. Wheel route, setting up to Caden Sanborn. Sanborn pass is overthrown, incomplete. Wide open Caden Sanborn there, and he had some grass in front of him. Luke's kind of first poor throw of the game right there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I like the way that Luke's throwing the ball tonight.
And good for Coach Sanborn giving an opportunity. That time, obviously, had the right read, just didn't execute, but it's going to stop the clock. 16 seconds left to go here in the half. Ball is at Laconia's 32-yard line. Bassingwaith breaks the huddle. Parker Eastman into the game. Snap, he's looking right, setting up the screen over the left side. That is Johnson, and Johnson's going to step out of bounds wisely. Picks up close to a first down. 8 seconds left.
We in field goal range yet, Ben?
Let me check the wind, Mike. It's going to move the sticks. However, I don't think that's going to be an issue with 8 seconds left to go here in the half. Brennan Johnson on the recipient of the tight end screen for 10 yards. and they're going to keep the offense on the field. Maybe time to run 2 plays if it's an incomplete pass. We'll see. Bassingway Thunder Center. 2-back set. He's going to drop back the pass. It's the wheel route. This time has Caden Sanborn. Sanborn makes the catch, falls down and bounds. And a slew of Bobcats are slow to get up. Clock reads 0. Clock reads 0, and both teams are heading off. Sorry for the confusion. I don't think there was a penalty. Coach Sanborn saying that there was time on the clock.
Time on the clock. Yeah.
Coach Cousins is wisely trying to get his team off the field as fast as he can. And now Coach Sanborn is going to end the half with a little discussion with the officials. 25-7 Bobcats lead here from Laconia. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the first half action, bring you all the highlights here from Laconia. You're listening to Bobcat Football on WPNH.
Richardson, Landon Willers, Eli Leo, Lucas B.
Sport you're playing, this stretch of the
Sam Miles, Steven Mingo Kins, Michael Moore, Brian Stevens, Hayden Noyes, Keaton Beck, Zachary Whitney. The team would like to thank the following Sachem community members for their generous donations and support.
It's just an absolute, great thing to do. So, and I will have Kyla Welch on to talk about that at halftime of that game. But let's not look too forward. Let's talk real quick before we take a quick break about what you think Plymouth's talking about here at halftime. Obviously, a good half of football, but what do you think they're kind of queuing on here at halftime?
I think his coach is I think they're talking him up on defense. I think they can, to hold Laconia to 7 points at the half is pretty impressive. I think if they continue to do that, don't make mistakes, control the ball, hold on to the ball, I think they're going to find success at the end of the night. So I think defense being a major focal point going into the second half. Offense, continue what you're doing. You're moving the ball. They've had some recent success through the air. And they've certainly, it looks like they've got Laconia kind of on their heels.
I know when you start to see it a little bit. You don't want to say the panic button, but all of a sudden Coach Cousins went away from what was working, and that was giving the ball to Hosmer, to opening up the playbook, seeing shotgun, with trips, because all of a sudden you're chasing points. And I do know that Laconia likes to score. However, with the 18-point deficit here to start the second half and Plymouth getting the ball, it's going to be a tall order for the Sachems.
Yeah, I think if Plymouth continues to hang points on the board, you're going to see Laconia continue to pass, get it in the air. The panic button, as soon as Plymouth scores, they, like you said, they're going to come out, get the ball, start the half. If Plymouth puts up a score, Laconia should start worrying.
And let's talk about Laconia while we're on there. And your Coach Cousins here, seeing an 18-point deficit. What are you relaying to your guys here at halftime?
I don't think Laconia played that bad a half. They moved the ball early on, I think, better than Plymouth was. I think they're not, they're DBs. They're leaving guys open. So if they're going to continue to, Plymouth's going to put the ball in the air. They got to do a better job defensively to knock down some passes or maybe pick up an interception. But Laconia didn't play that bad a half, Ben. It just, some not fluke plays, but plays we don't normally see, a safety, mental mistakes. They can't afford to do that here in the second half.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head. I think obviously a lot can happen in high school football. They're still high school kids, and I think the panic button has not been hit yet, but it's pretty close. We're going to take a quick break here from some sponsors. When we come back, Mike, something I haven't told you. I think that Coach Sanborn and the boys got probably the biggest locker room material, bulletin board material that you could think of. And I'm going to share that with you guys coming up here at the halftime show. You're listening to Bobcat Football on WPNH. dumpsters.
They filed it.
Filed it in the trash to be looked at later. But Plymouth came out obviously heads ablazing as they took a early 10-0 lead with 19 seconds to go in the 19 seconds off the clock. 10 points in 19 seconds. I haven't seen that scoring in the 7 years that I've been doing this.
No, you don't see that at the pro level. I mean, it just could not have started any better for the Bobcats.
And obviously Laconia with the response from Hosmer, but ever since then it's been all Plymouth. Dylan Welch, well over 100 yards after the 90-yard Tecmo Bowl run he displayed as you coined the video game run.
Yeah.
It was impressive. He's been tough all night. Him and Matt Cleary have been doing a good job for the Bobcats.
Yeah, they've been tough running the ball, just doing it both ways. Defense, times that we called Cleary, just all over the place. So they're doing a great job. They're handling and shutting down Keaton Beck. He hasn't really been a factor offensively. Now on defense, that's another story. He is big, and he is meeting some of these running backs in the backfield, and they don't like it.
Yeah, and he's making his presence felt, and that's the difference. You know, some of these two-way high school football players, when their number's not getting called on offense and they're on defense, you know that they're just a special talent.
Yeah, and it motivates them more. If they're not getting the ball offensively, they want to shine. So where are they going to do it? They're going to do it on defense.
Absolutely, and Beck with at least 3 tackles for loss for the Sachems as we got 5 minutes left to go at halftime. Again, a 25-7 lead on the road here for your Bobcats. Plymouth is going to get the ball back. Special teams has been definitely a one-sided affair as the Bobcats special teams once again giving them a huge advantage here tonight on a Friday night as we can talk about the importance of that, the special teams here at the high school level.
Yeah, I called the game down in Bow just a couple weeks ago, and special teams was a huge factor. Coach Boyle has really got those guys dialed in both ways, receiving the ball and on kickoff. So it's big at this level. Kids can make a lot of mistakes. It's an area where, the ball that's coming at you and guys are running at you, and it can be a freak out moment. You don't know what to do. What do I do with my hands situation?
Yeah, and I think historically it's just been such an advantage that Plymouth has. I know I made a joke about it. Wow, it seems like they just have so many coaches, but it just helps. It's such a big advantage. You got coaches watching film during the game, making adjustments. You got coaches up in the booth seeing the aerial view. You've got 2 guys on with Coach Sanborn kind of being Jekyll and Hyde,
right?
And it's just a moving machine, and it's just been working for years and years and years.
Right. Next thing we're going to see is a get back coach.
Well, they have one of those too.
No, in all honesty, though, it shows the support and the dedication that Plymouth football has had and continues to have. That so many people, alumni or not, that want to get involved and support the team.
Yeah, obviously. So we got break 3:20 here in the the halftime show. Your Bobcats are leading the Sachems 25-7. When we come back, we'll bring you second half action here from Laconia, New Hampshire. You're listening to Bobcat Football on WPNH.
To the people near the entrance of the stadium. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to check out the homecoming action tomorrow taking place around Laconia. We have at 9 a.m. field hockey playing right here at Bank of New Hampshire Stadium. At 10 a.m. at Robbie Mills Park, we have a cross-country meet. At 11 a.m., the varsity boys soccer team will play once again right here at Bank of New Hampshire Stadium. At 11 a.m., the JV girls volleyball will play in the LHS gymnasium, followed by at 12:30 the girls varsity volleyball in the LHS gym. And then afternoon action right here at Bank of New Hampshire Stadium includes at 12:30 JV boys soccer, at 2:30 girls varsity soccer, and at 4 girls JV soccer. So if you can, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out their homecoming games played here and in other places around Laconia.
Can get to feel really good about themselves, and they still got a whole half of football to play. So let's talk about some keys for the Bobcats. I know we briefly talked about it, but if there's one thing that you're queuing on for the second half in order for the Bobcats to sustain this victory, what do you think it's going to be?
I just think it's controlling the ball.
Yeah.
And by that I mean securing it and not coughing it up, not making mistakes. With an 18-point lead, and Satcham's only throwing up 7 in the first half. Not saying they don't have to score again, but they certainly don't need to do Laconia any favors.
Right, and I wonder how open that playbook's going to remain for Coach Sanborn. I know, we saw Bassingwaith at least attempt 6 or 7 passes. To put in perspective, he had 10 coming into the game. So he's going to double up his season total, and he's earned every bit of it, completing about 4 of them. He had the 60-yard touchdown in the first half to Dylan Veazey as the Bobcats take the field, using up all the halftime. And it was a long halftime with the extracurriculars going on here. Again, from Laconia.
Right, the Plumes were back out.
The Plumes were out.
They did a nice job.
Shout out to Andrea Charbonneau there. The Plumes were out in full force. They did a great job. Actually had some Michael Jackson going. I don't know if you caught that. That's what I'm talking about.
I thought I saw a little moonwalking.
I don't know if it was just the wind blowing over the percussion or it was some moonwalking going on there, but it was sweet. Plymouth's going to get the ball to start the second half, and I agree with you, Mike. I think they're just going to try to have one of those token 8-minute just methodical drives that Coach Sanborn, likes to dial up and just really wear and tear on the team. I wonder
if they can move the ball. They have shown that they've had some trouble with moving the ball, especially up the middle, Ben.
Yeah, especially up the middle indeed, and that's due to Laconia's size. But what they have been doing is they've been using their speed to their advantage as the Bobcats are doing a great job utilizing space. Dylan Welch, Gabe Keene, Matt Cleary doing a good job. So both teams are getting ready to warm up. We got the officials on the field. If you're Laconia, you desperately need a stop here to open up the third quarter. A quick stop and getting their hands back on the football on the offensive side.
Yeah, Laconia is looking to come out here and shut Plymouth right down. And I think they have to, Ben. I think this game goes Plymouth's way if they come out here and allow Plymouth to march down the field and hang 7.
Now, we haven't seen the kick unit out from Laconia since the opening safety, and
that's right.
The kicker actually kicked 2 consecutive balls out of bounds away from Dylan Welch, and obviously did the scouting, but Coach Sanborn historically, and he did, kept his kicking unit on, forced them to make a kick, and definitely affected the field position.
Begrudgingly, he kept it in play.
I think.
And ended up getting the ball on their own 40 or 45-yard line.
Yeah, and then the
next play took it to the house. So
Matt Cleary, 40-yard touchdown run the next play. But I just wonder if they're going to actually kick the ball to the Bobcats, or they're just going to try to squib it out of bounds again. But we'll see.
Well, they are kicking with the wind, I believe, to start off the third quarter. We haven't seen him actually kick it. We don't know what he's capable of. We've seen him hook it a couple times.
Yeah.
Right.
The old toe hook. As I know that very well with my golf swing. When I don't have it going, I see a lot of hey toe, more left.
Yeah.
But third quarter. Third quarter is brought to you by Plymouth Hannaford, Hatch Plaza, Tenny Mountain Highway in Plymouth. Open early and staying open late every day to make things easier for you. We're going to get ready to go here in the third quarter. Bobcats with a 25-7 lead here on the road at Laconia. Again, next week, come join us, 2 o'clock home game. Your Bobcats are taking on the Sauhegan Sabres. And
good pull.
we talked about it off the air, and I just want to bring this up. Sauhegan has a sophomore quarterback, Romy Jane. Now, Austin was the senior quarterback the year that they beat Plymouth in the championship. Romy Jane, the sophomore, leads the state of New Hampshire in passing yards and in passing touchdowns. That's the state of New Hampshire, and he's a sophomore. So just to put it in perspective,
he's going to be around for a while.
I think he's going to be around for at least 2 more years. And from what I hear, he is all as bit as advertised. I'm actually looking forward to see him in action. That's 2 o'clock next Saturday. Probably be a little warmer than this.
Come out and support your Bobcats.
And Mike and I will be on the call for that as well. Laconia and the faithful is just trying to get every ounce of them to get themselves back in the game. Number 9, Keegan Cooper doing the kicking. Dylan Welch and Gabe Keene back to receive. Finally getting the third quarter underway. And the kick is a low end over end. And Welch is going to get his hands on it around the 20. He's going to try to cut it to the outside. 25, 30, pushed out of bounds right around the 32. A good return by Welch.
Yeah, nice job there by Welch to try to find some open space. Looked like he was going to get stopped for either nothing or a loss there, and was able to get outside and bounce it out to where are we at here? 35, Plymouth 35.
So it's 35-yard line here. Bassingwaith going to break the huddle again. Impressive first half throwing the football as he connected with Veazey for the 60-yard touchdown. We'll see if Coach Sanborn goes back to that more bread and butter offense here as they break the huddle. Veazey's going to be the lone split out. We've got a 2-back set with Cleary and Welch. Standoff up the middle to Welch and nothing doing. We talked about it at halftime. Big number 56 for Laconia. That's Ryan Cook with the tackle. Nothing really doing up the between the hashes.
Nothing doing between the hash and they haven't really. I haven't seen much success from them.
And maybe
doing
it's
that
setup play. I know.
Setup, absolutely.
We'll see. But Welch on first down with the gain of 1 up the gut. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 29-yard line. Handoff. He's going to drop back to throw over. Seam over the middle. Brendan Johnson was wide open. The pass was incomplete, and he had a big number 55 right in his face. That was Jake Panaleas, and I think he definitely affected the throw on that.
Yeah, Luke didn't have much time to react there. He got rid of it. He did have a guy open, just a little bit underthrown.
Brendan Johnson, the tight end, was the intended target, and I think that we talked about it. Just that 6-down set is really exposing Laconia over the top, and Coach Sanborn and company is showing that they're not afraid to air it out. And I think Brendan Johnson, if he caught that was going to be a first down and some for the Bobcats.
Oh, yes.
3rd down and 9. Ball at Plymouth's 35-yard line. Bassingwaith under center. He's going to take the snap. He's going to drop back once again. He's looking to the left side. Great thrown ball. Passes incomplete. Intended target, Caden Sanborn. So Coach Sanborn talking again about the types of throw. Luke tried a touch pass there. I think a bullet would have been a better call. Sanborn was open, but the pass, just pitch and catch, was not there for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Coach Sanborn clearly showing that he was comfortable with throwing the ball again to start off the half. A little bit of a surprise.
We've got 2 return men for the Sachems, Hosmer and number 6. That is Isaiah Sorrell. Parker Eastman doing the punting. Emmett Nossman the snap. Good snap. Punt is away, and it's end over end into the wind's just going to kill it. And it's going to take a Plymouth bounce, and it's going to be down right around the 30-yard line. So fortunate for a good bounce there for Eastman as he was kicking directly into the wind. So Laconia got the stop they needed, Mike, right off the bat.
Yeah, so I look forward to seeing how they're going to come out and approach this first set here.
Now, I know they open up the playbook, but I wonder if they just go back to what was working before.
I don't know why they wouldn't, Ben. They didn't have a lot of success throwing the ball, but there's a lot of time left.
They're coming on that double tight offset eye. Hosmer in the backfield. Sanchez, toss sweep to Hosmer over the right. Hosmer's going to try to break it over the outside. He's got some space, and a good run there. Tackled out of bounds by Gianni Ciotti. Ciotti's going to tackle him, but that's going to be about a gain of 7 for Hosmer on first down. So kind of similar to what we saw out of the first half as a healthy dose of Hosmer there. And they're going to break the huddle once again, that double tight look. Sanchez under center with a one-back set. It's going to be Hosmer over the left side this time. This time he's going to try to bounce it off to the left side. He's got room. Takes on Sanborn. And he looks like, Matt Cleary once again with a tackle, but that's going to be enough for a Sachem first down. Coach Lammy coaching up his defense. 10:27 left to go here in the third quarter. Your Bobcats with a 25-7 lead. Again, received the opening kickoff, went 3 and out. So Laconia's got the ball at their own 41-yard line. Back-to-back runs for the Sachems. Sanchez breaks the huddle. Offset eye. Hosmer once again in the backfield. Fullback dive this time to Alexander Richardson.
Yeah.
Richardson picks up about 3 yards there on first down.
Ben, when he's back there in the backfield as set up as fullback, he typically gets the ball.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like option, but maybe it's just good play fake by them. But every time they've gone to that formation, like you said, it's been fullback dive. That time gained 2 yards. Second down and 8. 9:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Double tights. Handoff over the right side of to Hosmer. Hosmer breaks a couple tackles, and it looks like it's going to be close to a first down.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
Another good run by Hosmer there.
Nothing doing up the middle, Ben, but as soon as these guys bounce it to the outside, they're typically picking up some pretty good yardage.
And Hosmer, for a guy who displays some power running, his versatility to bounce to the outside and use his speed has been pretty impressive. As the first time, it's going to bring him into Plymouth territory. Offset eye this time. Hosmer over the right side. Hosmer. Matt Cleary once again with a tackle. Going to be about a gain of 2 yards. I think Matt Cleary's got to have at least 8 tackles already.
At least, yeah. Right back to where they started, Laconia, just pounding the ball, getting 4 yards, getting 10 yards a run. A lot of Hosmer. I expect to continue to see that throughout this drive.
Yeah, and
you almost wonder why they went away from it.
I think the 10-0 deficit kind of got, I don't want to say a little panic, but I think Coach Cousins was kind of looking at that at the corner of his eye. 8:18 left to go here in the third quarter. Sachems face second down and 8. Ball at Plymouth 47. Play action pass over the top. Incomplete, and
they're going to get him for interference.
They're going to get Luke Bassingwaith for interference. The intended target was Rowan Jones. Now, Mike, I think the interference was because he didn't try to turn around and make a play on the ball.
Yeah, Bassingwaith saying, I put my hand up, Coach. I had my hand up, but you have to turn and look. He made a play on the ball, but he was hanging all over the receiver. And
that's going to give Laconia good field position. Mike, you kind of look at this 25-7 lead. Yes, it's a 3-possession game, but you get a score here and another stop. There's plenty of time left, and all of a sudden you see the Plymouth sideline kind of tense up.
Sure.
But, you're going to march off the interference.
It's going to end up being about a 20-yard penalty.
Yeah, so that's going to bring
big.
It's going to bring the ball all the way to Plymouth's 32-yard line. So it's going to bring up a fresh set of downs for the Sachems. Again, first play action pass we've seen.
Yeah.
Set up nicely because Hosmer's been getting the bulk of the carries.
Yeah, I expect to go back to Hosmer here.
1st and 10, ball at the 32. Yep, left side Hosmer. Hosmer cuts it up the middle.
Yeah, great job.
And a flag down. And Matt Cleary did make the tackle. We'll see what the flag is. Thrown by the side judge. Official says that is going to be holding against Laconia, so they're going to give that penalty yardage right back. As my vehicle is doubling as a warming hut, I think some.
As long as they don't take off, Ben.
Yeah. So that penalty is going to march them back to about 1st and 20 from Plymouth's 42. So back-to-back penalties.
And we talked about this at halftime. The penalties can kill you, especially at this level.
And especially if you're chasing points, it's just
you can't afford it.
Can't afford it. Sanchez under center. He's going to drop back to pass. Ball's away over the right side. Pass is complete.
That's
good
Rowan,
tackle,
I believe.
Yep.
Rowan Jones.
Rowan Jones with a catch. And it's going to be 2nd down. They pick up the penalty yardage. It was a good tackle by Bassingwaite. Good throw there by Sanchez to the far hash. And obviously not afraid to throw it, but I do like the methodical play calling here by Coach Cousins, going back to what was working and sprinkling in some shorter passes to give him a chance to throw it, not the 5-step drops that were giving him fits before. They're going to break the huddle. Offset eye, Hosmer the lone back. This time a play action. They're looking deep. He's going to take a shot downfield. And
again, another penalty. Bassingwaite again.
And Luke Bassingwaite,
they're gonna get him, and he's frustrated.
Was in coverage. They found something. Rowan Jones, they took a shot downfield. Pass interference is going to be against the defense.
Coach is just saying, hey, just turn around. You got to turn around and find the ball.
And
you can't run into the receiver.
And they're going to talk about that one as Coach Lamb's going to get a quick sub, try to restock as we're going to see where that is. And that was a big play over the top, so I'm interested to see where they're going to mark this football. It is going to be a fresh set of downs. Yep, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from Plymouth's 16-yard line. They're going to break the huddle in that double tight set offset eye. Handoff, right side. Hosmer met by a slew of Bobcats. Nothing doing there on 1st down.
Yeah, nice job there by the defense, stepping up and stopping him right at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he gained anything.
No, it was good team tackling there by Coach Lamb. I think he subbed in a bigger unit. He tends to put an extra down lineman here when we get closer to in the red zone. So
yeah,
I think he's got his big package in.
I know Luke's on the sideline watching, thinking about getting ready for offense.
Yeah,
that's
getting him regroup is good coaching. Offset eye, double tight formation. Sanchez, fake pitch, dive, and again nothing doing as Emmett Nossman was in there to make the stop for a loss. Nossman and Mason Lassard on the tackle. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Ball at Plymouth 16-yard line. 5:53 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. This is a must-score opportunity here, especially with the ball with this drive going, Mike. They need to score on this drive. Sanchez drops back to pass, looks over the middle. He's got a wide open Keaton Beck, and Keaton Beck is going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown.
That was some blown coverage, Ben. I don't know who was supposed to have him, but they've been putting 2 on Keaton the entire game when he sets up wide like that. I don't know where they were.
I think you hit the nail on the head. It must have been blown coverage because there wasn't a Bobcat within 15 yards of him, and probably the easiest throw of Sanchez's career right there to Bobcats. That makes the ball game a 25-13 game. On to attempt the extra point is Dylan Ellsworth. Snap is high. Kick is up. Good hold, and the kick is good. 25-14 here, and all of a sudden things start to get a little bit interesting as Coach Sanborn is getting ready to take over, or excuse me, they're getting ready to go on offense.
Yeah, you're starting to hear a little life from the stands across the field here, Ben. 11 points, it's obviously doable. Plymouth scored 10 points in 19 seconds to start the game, so anything can happen here.
So coaching them up as the Bobcats, again, with a 25-14 lead. 5:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Big possession here, both sides. If you're the Bobcats, you certainly want to cook some clock, Mike, and if you're the Sachems, you want another stop. A kick is a low squib kick. It's fielded by Keene. Keene going to kick it at the 30, try to cut it upfield. Keene is brought down around the 36-yard line. And injured Bobcat on the play is slow to get up. That's Robbie Thorne. Third quarter is brought to you by Plymouth Hannaford, Hatch Plaza, Teddy Mountain Highway in Plymouth, open early and staying open late every day to make things easier for you.
I'll say it again, Ben. I've seen a number of times where sportsmanship has been really, really good here on the field. Laconia guys concerned about Robbie Thorne, trying to call over the trainer. I'd like to see that.
And Coach Sanborn sending out sophomore quarterback Luke Diamond to take over duties for Luke Bassingwaith. Luke Diamond only seeing time late in games, easily the biggest snap of his young career. Diamond under center, two-back set. Diamond takes a snap, handoff over the middle. Matt Cleary, good run by Matt on first down, and he is going to get tackled for a gain of about 7 there on first.
Yeah, Luke Diamond's going to feel good to get that ball cleanly and hand it off, pick up a few yards.
And that's good play call there. The easiest exchange, get it under his belt and get him filled. Now, Luke Diamond, obviously a capable athlete, as you know, was in the quarterback competition, and Coach Sanborn has been very adamant that he is just as capable, and we're seeing him for the first time here. Gain of 6 for Matt Cleary there on first down. Is going to bring up second down and 4. Diamond under center. And we're going to get a delay of game. Plymouth coming out a little sloppy here to start the second half, Mike.
Yeah, we talked about the mistakes and mental mistakes. Physical mistakes are going to happen. But, these are things that they can control, and that's going to drive your coaching staff bananas.
Absolutely.
I was wondering why they were running out of the huddle so fast.
Yeah, it was, when they were reminded, they saw the back judge with his hand up. So, again, taking a long time, trying to organize some things. Diamond under center with a two-back set. Diamond drops back to pass. Good ball over the middle, caught by Brendan Johnson, and Johnson's going to take it all the way down the Laconia 40. A really good throw there by Diamond on second down.
Yeah, he dropped a dime in there. That was a great pass, in stride.
No pun intended there. Diamond dropping dimes. Impressive throw by the sophomore. Brendan Johnson, good catch, and Keaton Beck was kind of all over him, and Luke delivered it right.
Yeah, coverage was good, Ben. It was just a better throw and a better catch.
So after the Brendan Johnson catch on first down, that's going to bring up first and 10, ball at Sachem's 39-yard line. Felt like that play was definitely needed by the Bobcats. Diamond, snap, under center, handoff up the middle to Welch. Welch is going to get tackled after a gain of about 3 yards there on first down. So 3:48 left to go here in the third quarter.
The tempo is picked up, Ben. I don't know if you've noticed that, but there's a sense of urgency, but Plymouth is looking to get those points back.
I do. I kind of like it, though.
I like the tempo.
I like the tempo. You're not sitting on your heels and waiting. You're being aggressive, which I like. Diamond under center. 2nd and 7. Ball at Laconia's 35. Handoff over the right side. Welch going to try to break this one on the outside. He's got room. 30, 25. Breaks the tackle. Steps out of bounds after a Bobcat first down. Good run there by Welch.
Yeah, I love the play calling going on right now. Sanborn, they're marching. They're dialed in, and I won't be surprised at all to see them punch one in on this drive.
We got Welch after the gain of 12 yards there. Make it 1st and 10. Ball's going to be at Laconia's 24-yard line, and I just stood up and felt all the blood rush to my legs. I haven't stood up in I think in about a couple hours, but 1st and 10. Sorry, ball at Laconia's 24. Diamond under center going to take the snap up the left side, and Keaton Beck. Excuse me, not Keaton Beck. Number 65. Massive tackle for loss.
That's Alex Marcano, captain for the Sachems.
And he met Dylan in the hole and drove him back. A lot of extra blocking on that play towards the end.
Yeah, we're starting to see some extracurriculars going on.
For sure. Expected in the rivalry, but 2:46 left to go here. 2nd down and 8. Ball at Laconia's 20-yard line. Luke Diamond under center. Diamond. Handoff up the middle to Welch. Welch this time falls forward. Trap play. I'll tell you what, number 58 from Laconia is looking for whatever he can get out there. And Mr. Official reminded him that it's not about you, pal. It's about the game. So.
That's right. Play the whistle.
And Dylan that time picked up about 3 yards on the trap up the middle. Again, Luke Diamond taking over quarterbacking duties. Fired a strike to Brennan Johnson. Really staying composed out there for a sophomore. Nice to see. 3rd down and 4. Ball at Laconia's 17-yard line. Matt Cleary up the middle. Matt Cleary.
58 finally going to get caught, Ben. He grabbed a hold of
50.
He had a fistful of face mask there.
And I'll tell you what he did, because he was grabbing Robbie Thorne's face mask and trying to almost rip his helmet off.
Yeah, and again, it was after the play.
And that's going to be a first down, and not what the Sachems needed, because they stopped Matt Cleary short, and that's going to be a first down for the Bobcats. We will obviously take that.
We will take it, Ben, and you foreshadowed that. 58 is he's. I think that's him trotting off the field to go have a word with his coach.
Now he's about to get all he can get from Coach Cousins, and
that's going to kill you. I mean, that's just a selfish play.
We call it being a me guy. No one likes a me guy. 1st and goal. Ball on the 8. Diamond up the middle to Welch. Welch is going to try to move the pile. The pile continues to push. Good push there. Going to be short, but that's a gain of about 3 there on first down. 1:30 left to go here in the third quarter.
To get him 4 yards, he'll be 2nd down at the 4-yard line.
2nd down and goal at ball at the 4. Luke Diamond trots, gets the call from Coach Sanborn. Both sides chanting for their team. 58 seconds to go here in the third. Diamond under center in a 2-back set. Diamond is going to keep it over the right side. Has blockers, going to try to race for the pylon. Luke Diamond gets the touchdown for the Bobcats.
Great play call there, Ben.
Bootleg by Coach Sanborn, and Luke Diamond.
A lot of firsts for Luke tonight.
And good for him getting his first touchdown as a Bobcat varsity player.
Sophomore, that's huge. You know, might be looking at the future of Plymouth for the next couple of years. So it's good to see him get some early success here.
And with the young contingency I know they have, they're very excited about. Ciotti on to attempt the extra point. Nossman with a good snap. Diamond with the hold. Ciotti, kick is up, and it is good, making it a 32-14 game. So a good answer there by the Bobcats after the Sachem touchdown.
Yeah, that penalty was huge for the Bobcats.
As all of a sudden now we're back to an 18-point deficit, and all that hard work Laconia did, and it seems like literally nothing happened as they entered half with an 18-point deficit. Now they're going to probably enter the fourth with an 18-point deficit. So important and very big response there by the offense.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Look out on the field, look at the demeanor. Laconia looks beat already.
And I'm telling you what, that personal foul, dead ball play that 58 had for Laconia, that was huge, because then it was fourth down. He could have gotten a stop. Instead
it's first and goal and short.
Can't be a me guy. Ciotti brings the kicking unit out. No one likes a me guy. We got Hosmer gets his hands on a ball finally at the 15. He's going to bring it right up the gut. And a good tackle there by Mason Lassard as Mason Lassard makes a good tackle up the middle.
Yeah, good return there for Hosmer. He can get going fast in a hurry.
So again, 41 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Your Bobcats with a 32-14 lead. 41 seconds left. Sanchez going to break the huddle. Operating last time after the touchdown catch by Keaton Beck. Double tight set, offset eye, pitch right to Hosmer. Hosmer's going to try to find the edge. He cuts it back inside and picks up about 7 yards on first down. Tell you what, he runs that pitch play and he gets his pads facing north and south quick, and he's been impressive.
Yeah, he's the kind of runner that likes to hit you as he's running.
Absolutely.
I've seen him throw a number of stiff arms and just lowering his pads and putting on a hit. I wouldn't want to be out there tackling him, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. And Coach Cousins is content with bringing us into the fourth quarter. We will bring you the fourth quarter right after a word from our sponsors. You're listening to Bobcat Football on WPNH.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the third quarter with a score of Plymouth 32, Laconia 14.
Back to Jim Fitzgerald Field, Laconia, New Hampshire, as your Bobcats have a 32-14 lead here to start the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is brought to you by Patty Stewart and Associates. Let Patty Stewart and Associates help you navigate Medicaid, Obamacare, and any other health issues. Call today, set up an appointment, 536-3691. Mike, fourth quarter here in Plymouth with the all-important answer in the sophomore Luke Diamond coming in and doing the job for the Bobcats.
Yeah, really impressive drive there by the young sophomore. Earned his stripes. Love it.
Sanchez under center, 2nd and 4. Handoff over the left side, Hosmer. Hosmer's going to try to break it to the outside. He breaks a tackle and lowers the shoulder, and he's going to pick up the first down and more, bringing it into Plymouth Bobcat territory.
Yeah, just another classic Hosmer run there. Bounces to the outside. He's looking to hit you. Plymouth's doing a nice job. It's just not what you can do. Stick with Hosmer. like you said, Ben, sprinkle in a few throws here and there. Expect to see more running for Hosmer.
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. As Bobcats trying to keep everything in bounds to keep that clock going. Double tight set. Handoff fullback. Good fullback run as he's still going. And Richardson's going to take it for a gain of 6 after the fullback dive. Second and 5. Ball is at Plymouth's 38-yard line. Again, 11 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Plymouth sporting a 32-14 lead. Under center, Sanchez handoff. That's going to be up the middle to Hosmer, and Hosmer is dragging a slew of Bobcats. It's going to be a first down and more as he's brought down at the 26. Another first down run for Hosmer.
They haven't really had an answer for him yet, Ben.
I think the only answer for Hosmer is trying to keep him off the field, which Plymouth has done a decent job at. But
unfortunately, Laconia can't continue to run the ball and turn the clock like they're doing. But they're moving it nicely.
First and 10, ball at the 36, handoff again up the middle, and a good run as he's still on his feet. It's like a wedge, and a couple times I get another 6 yards there for the Sachems. Richardson, tough running. Eight yards on the fullback trap. And that's going to bring second down and 2. Ball's inside Plymouth's 20. They're at the 18 now. 10 minutes left to go in the ball game. Double tight set, offset eye. Sanchez drops back to pass. He's looking over the middle. Pass is complete to Beck. One guy to beat. Falls forward. Touchdown, Laconia.
Nice second effort there by Beck to extend his arm and reach across the goal line there. Basically dragging the Plymouth defender with him. Not much you could do on that one, Ben.
No, I mean, and Parker Eastman was in coverage, trying to make a tackle, but Beck's momentum just kind of sprung him forward for a touchdown. That's going to make it a 32-20 game. Snap is, they fake. Pass is caught. All of a sudden, you have a 32-22 ball game.
Big answer from Laconia.
And it was quick.
It was quick. 9:47 left in the clock here in the fourth, and Laconia's proven that they're not ready to go home.
No, absolutely not. This is going to be down to the wire here, and I think if you're Coach Sanborn, obviously no panic. You just want to cook some clock. You got to make that 12th man pay, and that's the clock right now. 9:47 left to go in the game. Again, Gabe Keene and Dylan Welch doing the receiving for the Bobcats. Cooper doing the kicking for the Sachems. Looks left, looks right. Kick is a low kick to Welch. Welch is going to return it around the 20, 25, 30, 35. Takes a good hit, lowers his shoulder, runs over a guy. Brings out right around the 46-yard line.
46, yeah, he's fun to watch run, isn't he?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's doing a better job running behind his pads too, and I think that, not that he ever shied away from contact, but he's gained a lot more confidence running behind his pads.
Yeah, you can see him when he's got the ball looking downfield. He's not just looking right in front of him, which is a great skill at that age.
So we're going to break the huddle. Again, Luke Diamond under center, two-back set. That's Welch and Matt Cleary. Diamond, handoff. Matt Cleary up the middle. Cleary trying to fight for anything that he can get. Gain of about 3 yards there.
It's Matt Jenna for Laconia in on the tackle.
feel like they have all the same looking guys up front in the sense that they're just big and they don't move. And it just, Plymouth, I understand they're trying to keep the ball in the middle of the field to keep the clock going, but they're just not really getting much.
Yeah, Dekatowski getting a workout tonight for sure. He's doing a great job.
And he's, as we know, a good kid, undersized at the center position, listed at 185. I'd be surprised if he was. But second down and 7. Ball right around midfield. Diamond, hand off the middle. Well, Dylan Welch trying to break it to the outside, and a good open field tackle by Hosmer. Kind of looked like that was going to go for more, but Hosmer shut it down before it did. Now we've got third down. 3rd and 3. Ball inside Laconia territory. Ball at Laconia 47. 8:20 left to go here in the game. Again, Plymouth riding a 32-22 lead. Luke Diamond under center. 2-back set. Diamond hands over the left side, and
it's not going to get there.
Welch was crunched. We'll see where the spot is as a couple players slow to get up. Sanborn's going to.
He got it.
Oh, he did get it.
I didn't think he got the 3.
I mean, it was a good spot by the for the Plymouth faithful. Good spot. So they're going to bring a first down.
We'll take it.
Yep, we will absolutely take it. Good run by Welch. Keeps the clock moving. 7:50 left to go here in the ball game.
That's exactly what you want, right, Ben?
Tick, tick, tick.
Yep.
Laconia, I'll tell you, the record is not indicative of how hard they play. They could have easily delivered this game, last quarter when they went down 18 again, but they're out there fighting for everything they got. Diamond sends a man in motion. Diamond takes a snap. Hit off to Keene up the middle. Keene gets planted. Gain of about 2 yards there on first down, but again, clock continues to tick. And I think
we got a helmet issue. We got an equipment issue maybe for Dekatowski.
So the rule is if your helmet falls off,
you got to come off.
You got to come off for a play.
What did they send in there? Is that Zach Carter?
It is Carter, the backup center.
Okay.
Carter does most of his work on defense, but we're going to take a snap here. Second down. The good news is they have a lot of reps together. Him and Diamond have a lot of reps together, so that's good news. Second down and 8. Snap is away. Handoff, nothing doing as that was definitely some late action there. No call.
Yeah, Laconia's done that a few times tonight. It's just really taking the play to the ground when it's really not necessary.
Yeah, it's just tough to see our best running back take hits like that.
Although I will say that I think the officials could blow the whistle a little sooner.
I agree. I agree.
In terms of forward progress, once he starts going backwards.
I absolutely agree with that.
Let's keep the guys safe.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 9. 5:54 left to go here in the ball game. Ball's going to be at Laconia's 43-yard line. Dekatowski back in the game. We got a timeout on the field. Timeout. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Bobcat Football on WPNH. welcome back. And while you were away, Luke Diamond dropped back the pass and took a big sack.
Rowan Jones, 21 for Laconia again.
Rowan Jones is making his presence felt, and,
Yeah,
and
he was in the backfield quick.
And this is where you cannot afford a punt block. I think if you're the special teams unit, it's a quick one-step and punt from Eastman, the senior, and I think he knows that.
Yeah,
you need a good snap from Nossman. They're going to wait till this clock goes all the way down. We're at 5 minutes left here in the game. 32-22 ball game. Parker Eastman set the punt. Low snap, good catch, good punt. Great punt. Go get it. Great punt by Parker Eastman. That's going to pin them down inside right at the 10-yard line. So the senior coming up with another good punt there for the Bobcats.
Yeah, another beauty by Eastman. I've seen him kick a number of great balls this fall for Plymouth, and I can't stress how important that is.
I mean, special teams, like we talked about it. But, again, Laconia is going to have to march 90 yards down the field quickly to try to get the ball back. So I think if you're Coach Cousins, I mean, obviously the run is their best play, but that all of a sudden brings the clock as a major factor, as you know. So
yeah, it's time to step on the gas. I think if you're Laconia, you've got to score and score quickly, get the ball back, and try to stop Plymouth.
And I think that Coach Cousins setting out a couple of receivers probably feels the same way. One back set, Hosmer. He's going to drop back the pass. He's looking deep. He's got Rowan Jones. Rowan Jones with a catch, tackled by Bassingwaith, and Rowan Jones picks up about 35 yards. And just like that, they've got some breathing room.
Yeah, they had him pinned back right to their own end zone, Ben. Nice pitch and catch.
And they're going no huddle. Double tight set. Sanchez takes a snap. Fullback up the middle. And a pickup of about 2 yards. I understand going no huddle. I'm for the no huddle. I do not understand calling fullback dive after the no huddle. But we're going to go no huddle once again.
This is going to be another run.
Toss sweep. Hosmer. Good tackle there by Mason Lassard.
Hosmer had some good blocking out front, too, but Plymouth was able to fight it off.
Whistle blows. I don't believe there was a timeout on the field. Something happened with the chains. Again, the home chain gang doing their job, earning them a free timeout. Any advantage you can get.
With some equipment malfunctions.
Remember, this wasn't too long ago.
It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just, you remember the New York Giants faking the injuries and then that became illegal? I've never seen the fake chain gang. I wonder
Aren't
if
you a Giants fan, Ben?
I unfortunately root for the Jets. I don't really want to talk about that right now. But it's just.
Well, your name's Ben.
Yeah, Benny and the Jets. Yeah, that was always thing. Third down, and we'll call it 7. Ball at midfield. 4 minutes left to go in the game. Sanchez drops back the pass to Beck, and Dylan Welch with a good tackle on Keaton Beck.
Big play by Dylan Welch.
And it keeps him in bounds, so the clock's moving, and it brings up 4th down. That little 5-yard out to
go
Beck.
with the no huddle.
No huddle. Third. They got to pick up the first down. It's 4th and 2. Fullback dive. Oh, second effort.
Second effort. That's good. Depends on the spot, right? It was a good second effort by, who was that, Richardson?
Yeah, Richardson. He I mean, and a Sachem lay on the ground.
Very still.
They're gonna call a first down. We're gonna take a quick break. You're listening to Bobcat Football on WPNH. How are you, man? The Bobcats with a 32-22 lead in the fourth quarter as the Sachem player was able to get up under his own power, which is always great to see.
Yeah, that's Jake Pantelis, captain for the Sachems. Glad he's all right.
Quick shout out to Pemi Baker TV as Dan here filming with us today from his truck. Kind of got a blue collar setup here with cords and everything stretched out, but yeah, we got it going on here. We do it for the people. We're all guts, no glory here. As first and 10, Sachems, ball at the 45. Drop back to pass. He's looking over the right side. Pass is incomplete. Rowan Jones, the intended target.
Yeah, Rowan's had a couple big ones here this half. Won't be surprised to see it go to him again, and obviously to Keaton Beck, probably their two main targets. Pretty decent coverage there by Luke Bassenwaite.
Yeah, Luke figuring it out. I applaud him working through that frustration. Obviously, got the back-to-back pass interference calls, and just because he wasn't getting his head around, and I know that easier said than done, but good coverage there. Second down and 10, ball at Plymouth's 45-yard line. 3:16 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Sanchez drops back to pass. He's going to go to Beck over the left side, and Foisey with a good tackle.
Immediately met by Foisey.
Step too late, almost could have picked it off. I'll tell you what, if a Bobcat jumps that, because he's throwing off his back foot and he's throwing away from Beck.
Sort of floating him, isn't he?
That could be an easy pick six. No huddle here for Sanchez. He drops back, hands it to Hosmer over the right side.
He's got room.
He's got room. Good tackle, and he stays in bounds. Gianni Ciatti keeping him in bounds, and that's going to be
good play.
Keep the clock moving. Hosmer picked up the first down and some all the way down to the Bobcat 24. Something tells me this might come down to an onside kick here, Mike. 24-yard line, first and 10, 2:38 left. Sanchez, left side, Hosmer. Good tackle there by Kean Woods there for a loss.
Yeah, great tackle there. You see that, I've seen that several times where Hosmer will go run right and the next play run left.
Yeah.
Plymouth not full that time.
Kean Woods with a good tackle. Now, no huddle, shotgun formation here for the Sachems. High snap, drop back to throw, steps up in the pocket, gonna run. Flag in the secondary.
Yeah, it's an odd place for a flag, Ben.
I know the back judge was looking at the coverage. And judging by Dylan Welch's reaction, yeah, that's going to be holding against the Bobcats.
That's unfortunate because that was nowhere near the play.
And you called it where the flag came in, you knew it was going to be something against us, unfortunately. But Coach Lamb trying to organize the defense. 2:06 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Bobcats with a 32-22 lead. However, Laconia is knocking at the doorstep. Ball at the 12. First and 10 from the 13, Double tight set. Double whistle. Timeout.
Calls. Yeah, that's Sanborn. Plymouth timeout.
And Coach Lamb, wrong formation. And we're going to stay with you here. So we're going to sort things out. 2 minutes left to go here.
A lot of time, I know, 2 minutes, but
Bobcats had 12 men on the field, I think. That's why he called the timeout.
I saw a player run on, and I didn't see one come off.
Yeah. So normally 11 plus 1 would be the 12th man.
Yeah.
So Laconia with 2 timeouts, I believe. Three timeouts for Laconia. Plymouth just burned their second one, so obviously timeout's going to be a factor as Coach Cousins has not used one yet. 2 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Mike, Laconia scores here, hypothetically.
They got to go for 1, correct? They have to?
Yes, I think so.
That way a field goal ties it. I mean, it's
unless you want the field goal to win it. We'll see. Hopefully they don't score. Double tight. Pitch. It's a pitch throw. He's going to hoist one up towards the end zone. Passes incomplete. It was a toss pass. Matt Cleary was not fooled. From our vantage point, it looked like he had a pretty good chance to pick that off. He had a pretty good chance.
Yeah, that was through his hands, unfortunately.
Pitch, pass.
Yeah, I don't mind the play call, but it was well defended. He really had no one to throw it to. He might have had better luck just running up the sideline.
He knew as soon as he flattened out his route, something was happening.
Yeah.
I mean, if
it looked like he had room to go. I mean,
if you're going to huck and hope to anyone, it was Beck in the end zone. It was
sure. Throw it a little higher.
2nd and 10, 1:53 left. Sanchez in the gun, snaps over his head. It is bouncing towards the 30, dives on it, and Laconia is going to call a timeout. It looked like the official was pointing the other direction. We're gonna stay on with you. 1:47 left here.
Yeah, bad timing for Laconia on that snap. The quarterback had no opportunity to catch that whatsoever.
And bad timing would be an understatement, as they've had a couple snaps kind of high, Mike, but that time it was. And Sanchez has done a good job of kind of catching it.
Sanchez isn't short.
No, he is not, and I think he's listed at 6'2". So
yeah, Laconia was knocking on the door. Now they're back to the 32-yard line of the Bobcats.
It's going to be 3rd and 20. It's going to be 3rd and 28 from the 32. So here's the other thing. Let's say you gain 10 yards here. Right. You kick a field goal.
They don't need them all now.
Kick a field goal, make it a 1-possession game, and try to get an onside kick. That could be the.
That could be a scenario. There's not a lot of wind currently. Just as I say that, it hits the back of my neck.
Yeah, well, you just jinxed it.
Yeah.
3rd and 28. Sanchez is going to be in the gun with trips left and Keaton Beck on the right. Keaton Beck looks like he's getting double-teamed. Another high snap. He's going to drop back, hoist one over the left side. I think they were setting up a hook and ladder.
Yeah.
And he didn't pitch it. I don't know. Was I seeing things there? It kind of looked like he was setting up for a hook and ladder.
Yeah, I agree.
4th down. Cousins going to use a timeout.
So if they would have pulled that move off, that would have been unbelievable.
I think, and I've said this in the last broadcast, my first year calling games, we were on the road at Gill Stadium playing Trinity High School. Now, Trinity had this running back, and I'm dating myself here, named Saku Ba, and he was a stud. But anyway, Plymouth was up 6, and Trinity was on the 50, and Trinity executed a hook and ladder to Sakuba, scored, and then kicked a extra point and won with no time on the clock. And when I say everyone was going with the other guy and he just handed it to him, and everyone just went, oh.
I forgot that's a thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it was painful to watch. But anyway. Didn't happen there, and Coach Cousins is going to keep the offense on. So our theory of maybe trying to pick up some points, not going to happen, and this could be the ball game. 1:29 left to go. Sanchez in the gun. Sends a guy in motion. Snap is high once again. He's going to just huck and hope to Beck. The pass is incomplete, and the Bobcats are going to take over on downs.
Yeah, I think Beck was open. The ball was underthrown. He's also throwing it dead into the wind, Ben. And under pressure. So,
I mean, the high snap was not helpful, and the Bobcats, get the job done. Turnover on downs. I believe the Sachems have one timeout. Mike, I think to me and to you, does not matter how it's done. But when you're playing your arch rivals and you come out with a win, it doesn't matter.
Especially on the road, especially, this moment for Laconia tonight, getting back to Division II, playing Plymouth, longtime rival, the history's there. Big road win for Plymouth.
And victory formation as Luke Diamond, tonight's unsung hero, takes a knee with the go-ahead touchdown, or I should say the insurance touchdown on the keeper. And, I mean, if there were a game ball, I think it'd go right to him.
Yeah, Luke came in, and he didn't just manage the game. He helped win the game for the Bobcats, there's no doubt.
I mean, and you talk about a kid that poise. You're on the road against your arch rival, and you get your number called in a tight spot where you need points, and he delivered, and he ended up getting the touchdown. So it was, as 46 seconds left to go here in the ball game, your Bobcats with a 10-point lead on the road. Victory formation. I think this is the last snap, and I think that's going to do it. Your Bobcats improved to 3-1 on the 2022 campaign as they take down the Laconia Sachems on their homecoming. When we come back, we'll have a quick post-game show. You're listening to Bobcat Football on WPNH.
At the end of the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen, with the final score, Plymouth 32, Laconia 22. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that homecoming weekend action continues tomorrow around the Laconia High School campus. At 9 a.m., we have field hockey right here at Bank of New Hampshire Stadium. At 10 a.m., we have a cross-country meet at Robbie Mills Park. At 11 a.m.